What is up, guys? It is Josh Valenstorm, and welcome to A Clash of Kings, version 6.2. Now, those of you who've been watching this channel for some time know that I have played many iterations of Clash of Kings. It is one of my favorite Warband mods because it takes place in the world of Ice and Fire. It takes place in the Game of Thrones universe, more specifically in the books by George R. R. Martin known as A Song of Ice and Fire. And so, I have played this mod for years, quite legitimately for years off and on. But now it's on the Steam Workshop. So it's going to get automatic updates, because it's on the Workshop. And I think the last I played was version 3.1, I want to say, and that was 2 years ago. So without further ado, let's begin. Alright. I wonder, this doesn't look like it's changed too much, so I like that. You go for a stroll in the streets of your hometown when you hear that King Robert has been gored to death by a large boar. The fishmonger that you're speaking with tells you that Eddard Stark, the Hand of the King, tried to usurp the throne. But the valiant King Joffrey's advisors managed to foil his plot, and peace has surely been restored. However, a few days later, a weary traveler arrives with more news. Following the imprisonment of Lord Stark, the Northern Lords march south to defeat the Lannisters and free their liege. They ambushed the army of the Kingslayer, routed his forces, and captured Sir Jaime. After which they broke the siege of Riverrun. All of a sudden, the odds seem to be turning against Joffrey, and his name is no longer shouted in the streets. Making a quick decision, you decide to strike out, hurriedly selling off your meager positions to a fat innkeeper, and packing only the most essential. You finally feel like you control your own destiny, and that whatever course you take, great deeds await you. So let's go work on who I am. So, I am going to be a male. My father, I would say, was a man-at-arms because I really enjoy that opening. Actually, I'm going to actually base this on a character that I know, a character that I've made in it previously. It's going to be Sir Damien Duskheart. The Sword of the Evening is kind of the joke of that. Now, the character I made took place during Robert's Rebellion, so it's, 13 to 16 years before what happens in this game. But it's still pretty enjoyable. But his gender was male. He was a landless knight. He spent his early life as a page at a nobleman's court, because he was the bastard brother of Sir Arthur Dane, the Sword of the Morning. And the reason why he went out was a sense of duty. His brother was killed. His half-brother was killed, and so he knew he had to more or less make amends for the way things went. I'm not gonna gather companions. I like doing that, but I'm not going to this time. Just because I feel like it shouldn't right now. So let's done with this. I will do per usual, realistic, no quitting without saving. I always feel that makes a much better game. So we're going to go with it. My stats are very low. Wow. But yeah, he is Sir Damien Duskheart. Alright, I'm going to bump up his intelligence to 6. I guess his charisma to 6 as well. And bump up his strength 1. I'm going to give him some iron flesh. He has a high riding skill, so that's good. I'm going to give him some pathfinding. 2 pathfinding. And I guess 1 surgery, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's going to have to be 1 surgery. That's probably what it has to be. Alright, so let's go bump up 2-handed weapons to 45. 1-handed weapons to 45, I guess to 50. And pole arms up at the 55. The old character creator is still the same. I actually really like that about this mod, is how it stayed relatively constant. Want to make... I actually like that hair color. I actually like that hair color for that. Let's just change the hair. Okay. I actually like that hair. He doesn't have a beard. But that I actually like. That looks like a definitive Stony Dornish Damien Dustcart. Yeah, I like that. You join a merchant and his family traveling towards Storm's End. Green shoots of wheat, barley, and oats are all across the dark soil of the rolling hills, and on the lower slopes of the snow-capped mountains, herds of cattle, aurochs, and sheep are grazing on the summer grass. Occasionally, too, you catch sight of one of the great war horses that are the pride of the nobility. The land here is rich, but also troubled, as the occasional burnt-out farm bears witness, a testament to the chaos the Tyrell host caused when it marched through 16 years earlier. You keep a wide berth on the force, where desperate men have taken refuge. While passing the burned ruins of Summerhall, the merchant declares that he's changed his mind, wanting to take his wares to Weeping Town instead, having heard of Lyseni galleys docking at the nearby harbor. Following a long trek through the Rainwood, you finally see the Weeping Town in the distance. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn, where you quickly stash your belongings and go in search of a decent tavern where you can have a well-deserved dinner. According to an old blind man, sitting in the corner between two buildings and drinking a mug of stale ale, a kraken has been seen off the coast of Dorne, and a 5-headed calf has been born, killing its mother in the process. Surely an omen to be taken seriously. Dismissing the old fool as crazy, you continue toward the tavern. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs on your neck on end. The rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Alright, what weapons do I have? Just the sword? Probably just the sword. Yep, just the sword, that's fine. I'll get more soon. And he's doing some damage to me right here. That's not a great start. It feels like the game had a bit of a moment there. It lagged a bit, but I guess that happens. Ah, you're awake. It's good to see that you can still walk. You're lucky that we came along. I had been speaking with the castle guards when we heard the sounds of a fight and ran to see what was happening. We didn't arrive in time to prevent you getting knocked down, but we may have saved you from getting your throat cut. Now, maybe you can help me. You seem a little disoriented. I do not know who you are or where you're from, and to tell the truth, I do not care. I'm just a simple merchant, and if I've learned anything, it's that the merchants are the first to suffer in hard times. So I am planning to travel to another country, peaceful and rainless, I hope. I've heard that in the free cities, gold flows from watery fountains, so maybe I'll go try my fortune in Pentos or Volantis. Anyways, I advise you, before I leave, do the same and seek your own fortune in other lands. War is sure to engulf the Seven Kingdoms, now that the hand has been executed, and people will be nothing more than war fodder. Poverty feeds on the weak, and the strong men abuse the sword and the lance to impose their power and control over the humble ones. In order to trade, we must pay heavy taxes in each city, sort out bandits and pirates, and pray that a local lord, ignorant and lazy, do not decide to get half our merchandise to fund his next feast or buy a new horse for his son. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Take my advice and go across the narrow sea. Until a new king has been crowned and anointed by the High Septon, law and unity will remain at the vulture's feasting table. So I say, seek your destiny elsewhere. I think I'll stay. War brings opportunity, and I mean to seize my chance, make a name for myself. Oh, well, I suppose you're right at that. But remember this. War also brings maimed men and raped women, dead children and shattered hopes. Still, you have a certain look of ability to you. Take this silver, and remember me, should you ever make something of yourself. Thank you, my friend. fair travels to you. There we go. The usual start. That hasn't changed in any of my iterations of playing this game. Which, is somewhat reassuring in a way. Like, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Morn is new. I don't know that. But there's the Sceptry there, which I don't believe I've ever been to. Let's just look at the map. That looks like they made the north a greenish color. I don't remember if it was a green the last time I played, but it might be. Oh, they actually made the Night's Watch a faction now. Oh, I really like that. Obviously here's the Eyrie in the Vale. The Riverlands look roughly the same. We have the free cities over here, the Dothraki camp up there. Oh, there could be a number of Dothraki camps. I wonder if those are going to end up being important. We have Atlantis there. So it looks like they are still just going to end up sending us to do any of the quests in Marine. But it looks like they've changed a lot. They have Hellgate Hall there. Journey's End. Do they have... Yep, there it is, the Tower of Joy. I don't remember if that was a thing last time I was here, but it looks like they've made a lot of good changes. I like the look of it so far. They have extra ruins, it seems. King's Landing looks slightly different. Looks a little more how I envision it in the within the books and in the way the show does it. Winterfell looks roughly the same, but I have a new beginning to go to. I must talk to the Septon in the Weeping Town, which luckily I'm right here. This is not important. Let's see how much money I have first. I have 250 coins. That's not really a lot. I have a rusty sword and a palfrey to my name. Seems like a typical Clash of Kings start. With no money, nothing really to do, but that's fine. Let's go visit the tavern. Some longbowmen that aren't particularly important. Brynden Storm, it's good to see you. Greetings, fellow traveler. By any chance, would you offer me a helping hand by the kindness of your heart? That depends. I shall tell you, but know that it is a tale of gross iniquity. I warn you in advance, lest you are of a choleric temperament, and so become incensed at the injustice done unto me, that you do yourself harm. I am, by training, a maester of the Citadel, but condemned by the jealousy of the thick-headed archmaesters of my brotherhood to make my living as a itinerant barber. I was hired by a merchant of Ashford to cure his son, who fell into a coma after a fall from his balcony. I successfully trepanned the patient's skull to reduce the cranial swelling, but the family ignored my advice to treat the ensuing fevers with tincture of willow bark, and the boy died. The father, rather than reward me for my efforts, charged me with sorcery. Me, a maester of the Citadel! Such is the ignorance and ingratitude of mankind. The reverence for former maesters accused of sorcery is, I fear, not all it could be. Oh, how the light of wisdom is often darkened by the ignorance and stupidity of man. Well, you can travel with us. You have to be able to fight in our battle line. As I told you, I'm a surgeon, not some silk-robed archmaester who has never touched a body. I can get my hands dirty. Look at them. They're dirty at this very moment. Should you ever be in need of a keeper of ravens, my lord, rest assured that I would have no trouble filling such a position. Just as I could teach any son you might have the history of the world, the conquest of Aegon, the fall of Valyria, the Blackfire Rebellion, even the War of the Vulture King. My repertoire is endless. I might well be able to act as your confidant in matters of economics and trade as well. My training was almost complete when I was expelled from the Citadel. Then welcome to our company, Maester Brynden. Good. Give me a few moments to prepare, and I'll be ready to move. Woo, we got good old Brynden. Right now we have your typical people in here. Time to go to the castle. And there he is, the Septon. I am on fire. Nothing can harm me. Hello, my lady. Do nothing. Septon Garibald. I am Septon Garibald. May the Father above watch over you. Now, how can I help you? Do you have any tasks for me? No, not right now. But I've heard that one of the tenants of Cairn Hall has been seeking a knight to get rid of a, white, or a grumpkin. Who can tell what goes on in a peasant's mind? He has made his home in the tavern. I also overheard the captain of the guards, Sir Clifford Gower, talk about some letters he needs delivered to some minor lord. Sir Clifford went out hunting this morning, but he should be back in a few hours. Ah, and yes, if you have the time, Sir Damien Dustcart. I need a letter delivered to Archmaester Herodon at the Citadel in Old Town. Ah, and we received a raven yesterday. Apparently the Night's Watch is going to deal with this so-called King Beyond the Wall, and the Lord Commander is asking that all able men join their fight against the wildlings. Very well. So they gave me a lot of quests, which I like. That's actually a really nice adjustment. My eyes seem somewhat off, but that's fine. So let's go visit the tavern. There's Goodman Tom. Yes? Can I help you? Are you from Cairn Hall? Ah, yes. I'm Tom. The elder sent me here to find a knight, true and honorable. Yes. Septon Garibald said you'd been having problems with a, white. Yes, a revenant, a white, a ghost. Saw him myself, over 3 weeks ago, pale and with red eyes. He was flying through the night in a crate made of bones. Made me shiver, make no mistake. The men of the village agreed with me. We need a faithful man to slay the beast, a knight, like Aemon the Dragon Knight from the stories. Perhaps I could take a look at this white myself. Are you a knight? Oh, I'm sorry, of course you are. My father always told me the city was full of knights. Go to my village and slay the revenant, brave sir. It haunts the old cairn, sure as day. Very well, I'll go have a look. And there's that quest. Wonderful. Okay. So, we have our quest. And let us go do it. Alright, do I have to go really far away? Cairn Hall's not bad. Looks like they haven't changed that too much. But we should go to the Howling Hill. Howling Hill's always a good place to go. Take out new stuff. I have to choose my banner, which I actually already have an idea of what it should be. It shouldn't be too hard to find one that's similar. I think that's probably the closest one. So we'll go with that. Let's go to the Howling Hill. Let's explore the area. Explore Howling Hill to gain experience. The cave beneath the old gnarled weirwood appears to have been the home of some people not too long ago. This area is isolated deep within Rainwood. Perhaps the previous tenants were outlaws. Perhaps. Or perhaps they were just something else. Who knows? Oh, there's a chest. An old chest lies half hidden in the grass, covering most of the area. So we got the weirwood branch, which I like. Oh, good. They have labeled quest items. That's good. I'm gonna go throw that all the way down there, because I have been burned on that before. That requires weapons strength 15. That's crazy. But the weirwood branch will give me some money. And let's make our way up here. An old stone carved with runes standing close to the entrance of the cave. The runes appear to show a great battle fought between the first men and the children of the forest on one side, and Andal invaders on the other. The center of the inscription shows a great gnarled tree, not unlike the one overlooking the cave, from which bloody human heads have been hung. That doesn't look like that to me. But I do really like that tree. I like the way it looks, but I really do like the way the weirwood trees look in the Game of Thrones universe, because it's it feels like the trees are, I guess they are alive, but they feel more so alive than other trees do, because like they bleed, they hold great religious importance, and just things like that. It's things I've always enjoyed. The corpse is picked clean, not a scrap of metal left on the bones. The earth around the remains is littered with the tracks of a large bear. Perhaps the previous tenant of the cave met his or her unfortunate end here. Well, that's unfortunate. Have I explored everything here? If it's anything, if it's similar to the past editions, it tells you that you've explored the whole area. Maybe I have to like go up a little higher. Perchance. So you remember something that seems like it could be important. Quite honestly, it could be nothing. Nothing could be important, but who knows? What I will do is I will level my character up because I'm here. All right. Well, I think I gotta pump up my strength and work on a lot of one-handed weapons because I met a very quick end in that fight with the stupid bandit. Have I explored this whole place? I might have. So I don't know if there's anything else further down here. Unless there's like something over this way. Doesn't necessarily look like it though. Oh well, not important. I got some experience. That's what really matters. Let's head to Kellington. Let's grab some Stormland levies. And no one wants to join me. You know what? Screw you too. Maybe Pennyfield will, perhaps. If not, I'll just go to Cairn Hall and do that quest. Recruit soldiers. Hey, one person joined. That's good. Alright, well, let's go to Cairn Hall. Alright, let's enter the village. Wonder if the creepy hanging bodies still, like, stare at you when you walk past them. Oh, good. They are actually dead now. That's good. God, what the hell is this? Like, that's just creepy and I don't like that none. Alright, let's make our way up here. I said, it looks like they really did do a lot of work on the setting, which is really good. Like, that's one thing I thought the Clash of Kings mod was excellent at, was the setting. And now they've really added a lot more of the stone pieces in. This is definitely Stonehenge from Brittenwald, but you know what? That's okay too. Let's talk to Maester Bayard. Yes? Have you seen a white around here? By the 7. Another one? Look, I'm not a white. I tried to tell that screaming girl when she came up here. I've been sent here by the Citadel to do some excavating, and I'll be gone in a day or two. This cairn really is a marvelous treasure trove. Found a cache of scrolls from before the conquest, and tablets speaking of the Battle of the Bloody Pool. You seem to have caused quite a stir in the village. Why didn't you just explain to them what you were doing here? But then I'd have to explain to them what excavating means, and before you know it, they're coming to me to bless their cows, heal their wounds, and wed their daughters. Keep ignorant peasants away from me, and I can die a happy man. Sure. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you. Why am I not punching you? There we go. That felt good. Well, let's leave. And we can go and make our way right back to the Weeping Town. Maybe get a little money, and that'd be nice. Get to go talk to Gildebrand, whatever his name is. The guy I'm supposed to talk to. We get to go there and get to do our thing. Let's go to the castle. Oh no, I need to go to the tavern, not the castle. Oh well, while I'm here I can go talk to the Sir Clifford Gower. Which I think is... he's over there. I don't know why that's... oh no, there he is. Yes. Can I help you? Sir Clifford. Captain Garibaldi told me you had a need of someone to deliver a letter. Ah, yes I do. The maiden's daughter of Simon Templeton, the Knight of 9 Stars, is turning 13 this next moon, and Sir Simon's uncles have decided to hold a tournament in her honor. My late wife was a Templeton by birth, making the young girl my niece by marriage. I've been invited to attend the melee, but my duties keep me here. However, I was always fond of my lady wife, and for her sake I wish to send a name day present to the young girl. Well, what can I do? Take this letter and this ruby ring which belong to my lady wife, and deliver them to the Castellan of 9 Stars. He'll make sure the young maid receives them. Be mindful, however, that you do not upset her uncles. They're a querulous bunch. I'll make sure you're compensated for your troubles, Sir Damien Dustcart, obviously. Very well, I'll do it. Got 150 coins, ah yeah. Splendid! With all the chaos engulfing the realm, I imagine this will be the last great tournament in quite a while. While you're in the Vale, you take the time to enjoy yourself. This summer has lasted a long time already. What is that face? Okay, he did a weird jerk reaction. Made a weird face, I'm fine with that. But this summer has lasted a long time already. There's no knowing how much time we have left before winter arrives. We all have to huddle around our fires. Well, very well. I'll take a look at the tournament while I'm there. And there we go. We completed the first few quests. I died already, so this is going to be just a wonderful LP, I can already tell. But, as I am standing in a fire, I thank you very much for joining me. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and subscribe if you would like to join the team. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day, guys.